What up, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. Well, what's up to me? Let's go ahead and hop on these charts real quick, and let's go ahead and get this started. It's currently 8:23 New York time, so I want to get on here and start getting at this. I've had a pretty busy morning. I didn't get too much sleep last night, so looking at the daily chart. This is our daily candle. Obviously, we've had a pretty significant move last night, right here to here. So we're looking at about um, you know 520 points. We have this daily fair value gap right here that I'm going to be paying attention to. Now, another thing I noticed as well is when you take it off of the BA adjust, um, no, never mind. I this thing is messing with me. Yeah, so like the settlement price right here has a volume imbalance. So that's just, I'm going to go ahead and mark that and just have that there as a place that I'm gonna have some interest in. So technically, we've already kind of like hit into that fair value gap. Now we have on a daily chart, we have had a CISD, so we've had a change in the way the market is delivering. We've had this sweep of the sell side. We have this fair value gap. So it's possible that we're going up here and we're retesting, and then we're gonna sell off right there, which would make sense because we have these equal level lows right here that we left last night that are pretty suspicious. But we'll have to see, like how are we acting in here? We also have these equal level highs above here, so we will continue to investigate and just watch the market. Boom. Daily July 21. And let's go into my journal, July 21st, 0823. Boom, bold, bold, ding, daily. Um, Looking at daily SIBI above and watching how it will respond. Also I want to have this guy marked off as well. There we go. So we have this as well in this area. Now we're responding in both of those. So I'm going to mark those off in here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Pull that off right here. So then I'm going to mark. I just want to have this daily SIBI marked. That's what that is. Okay. Suspension block. And we're going to make the outline of that just something recognizable. There you go. And then daily SIBI, we're going to make the outline of that something blue. Daily SIBI. Above CE of the wick to the left, which is a bullish sign. I mean, it's bullish price movement, but we haven't closed yet. So that's the question is like, how do we close today? Look how we closed this candle yesterday. We went up and then we went down and we left a huge wick. So I don't know how I feel about all of that. I'm gonna change this to blue and I'm gonna change that to red because it's bearish. I'm gonna change that to green because it was bullish. I'm gonna change that to teal. Kind of just be able to tell kind of like what colors it is. We're gonna make it a little stronger there. Okay, cool. Boom. So CISD. Let's look at what the ES looks like on the daily from here. T above. So if you look at the SMT or like the ES, the ES has already taken out this trend line liquidity here. So as you can see, it would have gone like that, but it's already completed that task. So there's an SMT there, SMT above. Okay, 4 hour. Okay. Get rid of some of this stuff here. This, this. Midnight price, midnight price. Let's see, we're just gonna go back. Figure that all out. Just so I got some good clean. That's what I'm taking out. I'll put that right now. Oh, okay. So looking at the 4 hour chart. Sorry, I just had to clean up my charts a little bit. Looking at this 4 hour chart, what are we looking at here? We have this low right here, which meets up with consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. So that might be kind of like where we're aiming. We have this right here. We have this 4 hour fair value gap right there. We can just go 4 hour SIBI. And, you know, we have this order block right here. We'll just go like that. And we can go 4 hour order block. So you can see, like yesterday, we came up, we sold off into this, the bottom of this order block, way, you know, past mean threshold. So it's not a very strong order block. It's not a very convincing order block. And then we come back down, or we have this massive green candle yesterday, and or overnight, and we just move pretty high yesterday. So it was a pretty strong move to the upside. July 21st. Unmitigated. Save that. Stop it in the 1 hour. So hopping into the 1 hour. Let's look at what we're looking at here. We have this order block right here. Okay, so we have this 1 hour order block right here. We have this daily SIBI above. We also have this guy right here. Kind of nested. Within there. So, okay. Within that 4 hour, we have nested 1 hour. Let's go there, and we can just kind of have that there. So we have these nested 1 hour SIBIs that are within this 4 hour, SIBI as well. And so we want to pay attention to those. These have already been mitigated. These are still left open. These are like breakaway gaps still. I'm gonna buy side right here. Time did that occur? 6 o'clock a.m. Or that is a 6 o'clock candle. So right there. I don't need that. I don't need that. Just have that marked out right there. That's it. I already have like somewhat of a vision going on here of what I'm seeing. Just mark that for now. We have these overlapping RTH gaps as well. I want to pay attention to those for the past couple of days. And we're going to have this monster RTH gap here that I'm going to measure out here in a little bit. So let's kind of spread that out a little bit. And right there. I kind of want this, no, coordinates, text, right? One hour, July 21st. Okay, so order block. Currently selling off into a 1 hour order block. Nested 1 hour busies within the 4 hour busy. 1 hour busy created last week on Wednesday, possibly using as an IFVG above within daily fair value gap. Let's see if I can. Bam. Let's go ahead and move to the 15-minute. Have that marked off here. Sibby. Oh, busy. There. Let's go ahead and hop into the 15-minute. There we go. See what we're looking at here. So we got a 15-minute fair value gap right here that we're kind of bouncing off of. I'm curious how this hour ends. Are we going to candle below this and then move higher? That's what I'm really curious about. We have an order block right here created at 1 o'clock a.m. We have, let's see here, let's find our midnight price real quick. Boom. So midnight opens right there. Midnight price. Let's mark this on here too. Side, it's up here. Side. So let's see. We have a London low right here and right here. So we have sell side right here. Sell side right here. Right. We have sell side. Asia low. So look at this right here. This is a very suspicious looking little area right here. That would be London low. South side. London low. Here. Change the color of that. Just something a little bit more. Change color of that. Just noticeable. Boom. We have a 15-minute fair value gap right there. Here we go. So within the 15-minute fair value gap, we have these, or the 4-hour and the 1 hour, we have all of these nested 15-hour fair value gaps as well. Bam. external sell side, right? $8.30. What's up right there? Do that on actually. Just right here. Sell side 4 hour. I want to change this to the red color. Just want to have these areas marked out. See how we move with so much aggression overnight? Like price has somewhere that it's trying to go. And our job is to determine where is it trying to go, right? And why. So we're gonna find out today when it comes up into this daily civvy and does what it does its thing. It's just like that's such an interesting little thing that we got going on there. And we have these lows over here that are kind of, we just move up with so much speed. And it's like the price wants to get somewhere. It has an objective that it needs to meet. Zero, 7, 21. So overnight, price moves aggressively higher. What is the liquidity target? Are we targeting liquidity above, or are we rebalancing to move lower? This is the question I'm asking myself coming into today, leaning to rebalance. Sure. What we got going on here. RTH 0721. Currently 56 after. I actually want to move these in a little bit. And this area is a 4 hour. Lower low, low, lower low. I am expecting somewhat of a sell-off, right? So the question is, do we sell off first? You can get this RTH and then we get to move higher, or do we get to move higher and then sell down? That is what I'm wondering about. Ugh. CE. So just post on. I'm thinking, do we sell off first? Okay, yeah, I just mentioned that. Okay. Switch this over to this now. It's good. All right. Looks good. So we hit that 1 hour order block and we respond right off of it. I definitely think we're going to be dropping down into this 4 hour. Busy. I think at this point, I have a pretty good idea of what price can possibly do. This is looking so clean. Like, I mean, that just looks too suspicious to me to ignore, right? Kind of just consolidating this area since 3 a.m. to now. It's currently 9:01. At the 0.75, we have buy side right there. So that's something to note. Just remember 0.75 buy side. Busy is buy side targets. Okay, I'll be back to the restroom. Okay, so last night I only slept like 2 hours. I didn't get to sleep very much at all. And so I woke up this morning around 6 o'clock. I went to bed at like 3 or something like that, just late. I think I just drank too much coffee. I stayed up last night watching ICT videos. And I just woke up and I realized that I didn't get a lot of sleep and I gotta close shop tonight in the bar. And so, it's gonna be a long night. And with that, I was kind of like, well, I think I'm gonna go to the gym before. Typically, what I'll do is I'll trade and then I'll go to the gym afterwards. And this morning I woke up and I was like, it'd be nice if I could trade and then go back to sleep for a little bit and take a nap. And so I went to the gym this morning, worked out. Uh, and so I can now take my nap, in the day, and I like taking naps. I'm a fan of naps. So, uh, 0.25 by side. So we got buy side all in the lower quadrants, and that's something to pay attention to. We have buy side right here, and those are exactly at the 0.125 and the 0.25 quadrants of that 1 hour SIBI are busy. Take the same concept that we used yesterday. See kind of how we respond to that area. And I'm just gonna make this a little bit more clean. I just want to see the halfway mark. Right. So that would be event horizon between the high, right, created right here, and then the bottom of this fair value gap. Just watch, just to see. I don't know exactly now how I'm going to use that, but I'm curious. So bring this RTH over here. We have this massive RTH gap, right? And how are we going to use that? We moved up with like just a lot of speed, you know. And we created this V shape like recovery. We came down here and we moved so fast higher. So it looks bullish, you know. I mean, right now, to anybody looking, it would be bullish, but the question is where is this price going, and what is it looking to achieve? And once it achieves it, what's the next? What's its next? You know, what's its next objective? Right? Are we looking to get through this and then to get up here and start taking out all of these level equal highs or these high level equal highs right here, or are we looking to rebalance and then move lower? As far as news goes, nothing. There's nothing going on. It's just such an interesting, like, look at this on the 1 hour. We like completely, we have order block, right? Move up right here, and then we just take out that order block, and then we move higher. We hit this order block, and we bounce off of that order block right there on the 1 hour, and then we move higher. Which I don't know, you know. But I can tell you, I am looking to see a move at least back to these areas right here and these areas right here. Just looking to see like if there's anything that's standing out to me on any of these time frames. I think for sure we're gonna be taking out this area right here, right? Like an open, I would like to see a move higher, not lower. Thesis. I'm gonna write this thesis and we'll see. We'll see what we do. Currently, we are moving into a daily SIBI. My question is, are we rebalancing to move lower? Are we going to move through to find liquidity? I think if at opening we sell off and take sell side targets first, it's likely that we are priming to move higher, and vice versa. If we take out buy side and move into the daily fair value gap first, we may be rebalancing. PA. So we just move down, we get to move up, fails to get higher. And now we're right here in this area. We get this order block down here, right? So we're kind of playing around in this order block and we have a lot of resistance, but it does seem like it's kind of, we get this low, lower low. We're kind of playing at this time, 912 currently. So we'll just watch and see, man. We have this 15-minute fair value gap. You know, are we going to inverse this and use that as an inversion? Are we going to continue to like use this as a place to propel ourselves higher? Look at this little 15-minute fair value gap we have right here. Just seem to be using that area. So I'm just gonna mark that and I'm gonna have it right here just for you know, the sake of it. So we took out yesterday's prior day. We took out the prior day high right here, pre-market. Currently 14 after. Let me have this. Oh, look at that. There's a new day opening gap, a small one. Very small right here. Just a small little guy. Are we utilizing this or what are we doing? be like right there from candle to candle, really. Because we just haven't offered sell side and then we come through it and we never really utilized it. Yesterday we had consequent encroachment of that. And we have not had consequent encroachment of that. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like using that a little bit. See, my trouble is kind of figuring out what PD arrays to use at this moment. So I'm just kind of like watching and studying kind of how we're interacting with each of these PD arrays. Right, that's that 15-minute, but we have that. So that's a new day opening gap that occurred on Thursday the 16th. We move higher and then we went through and we've never really used it. We did use it yesterday. Right here. We hit opening price, hit it, and then just sold off. And now we hit it again. We took out buy side right here, the priority high. And then, yeah, so 817. It's a minor sell side right here. Minor buy side, minor buy side. Bouncing off of this fair value gap right here created at 847. Got that London low. Midnight price right there. This is yesterday's first presented fair value gap. I know we did use that. Look at that. So we went up here, sold off, came down here, pushed higher. Yeah, yesterday I saw it moving up, and I remember I saw it down here, and I was looking at this, and I was like, "There's no way we're not gonna sweep these first and then go," but we didn't. And see how they're higher. That's something that ICT talks about too. It's just interesting, interesting to see. Why is that like that? Ten minutes till open. Yeah. So it's fair to say I think I'm looking for a deeper retracement down before a move up. Either way, like I'm more leaning towards shorts. We're opening up above 830. We're opening up above midnight. We have this massive RTH gap. It just makes sense that we're gonna want to take some sell side before we move higher, or we want to move higher and then take a lot of sell side. So see what it wants to do. $21. I got my 15-minute chart pulled up over here. So we got minor sell side right there. Major. What is the 50% of that? Right here. So we just want to pay attention to this little guy right here. That I have a feeling will be used coming down. That's the equilibrium of this consolidation, right? Or would it be here to here? Let's measure both. And that would kind of bring us to the same area, really. Kind of use it here, then go down, and we use it again here. And kind of just pay attention to both of those. I hate that I can never get these lines straight. So curious what's gonna happen right now, man. I feel like this can go a couple different ways, man. So we'll see. We'll see what we're looking at here. There's a 25 after. We get a candle above, but that very value gap that I was just measuring, you can see we were kind of laying bodies like right below consequent encroachment of that. And sweep of liquidity here, comes down, let's go higher. It's got minor buy side right here. But we also have, look at this. Just this like grouping of lows right here. Go for buy side. Takes that out. And it has this buy side right here. Probably take that out of open. Dives down, maybe this guy right here. Probably wants to move up higher. Daily fair value gap right here. Buy side taken. 28. Here's event horizon between the high and this fair value gap. So we can bring this over here. Got a minute till open. Thirty seconds. Hit the lower quadrant. There's buy side right here, right? Take out that buy side right there. Strong bearish candle. Looks like it wants to go lower. Median versus fair value gap. Here's the first presented. That's 9:30. Take out that sell side liquidity right there. Do we get our first presented? Just wait. Okay, so let's see if we can get a sell opportunity here. There's first presented.
Order filled.
We take one right there. We'll take 2 at London low. I want to move my stop loss above this first presented. I'll take 1 here. I want us to remain weak above this first presented fair value gap. How are we using these wicks? We want to stay below 50% of these wicks. See, I don't like that. And are we going to break through this first presented?
Order filled.
Yeah. Look at that. We move up, so we sweep liquidity right here. First presented fair value gap. First utilization bullish. We have this fair value gap right here. We reutilize the first presented fair value gap. We inverse this fair value gap. Stay above it. How do we treat this wick? Same within that first presented fair value gap, moving higher. Now we're in this fair value gap. How are we responding to this? There we go. Buy side. Buy side. To get through that guy. Going through the first presented. 3 inverse. We inverse the first presented and this fair value gap. Taking out these wicks. $9.40. Okay. Let's see if we can reutilize this. I'll try this one more time. Or it's just gonna go down. I want to see us push back up a little bit. see if we can move back up into that first presented pair value gap. Or realize this one. So we inverse that in 1 minute. We're gonna use this as an inversion.
Order filled.
See if we can get it. Hold. Right there. Just wait for it. First presented again. I want to stay below that first presented pair value gap. So the macro. There we go. I'll limit that one right there. Plus above the first presented pair value gap. Let's see if we can get a close below this wick. Time distortion. Four minutes to the macro.
Order filled.
First target hits. I don't want us going above that area, so I'm going to break even here. Few more minutes of the macro. Keep that right there, just in case, because order block right there. Really struggling to get down lower, but let's just see. Give it time. And I just want to make sure that I'm not squeezing it. I have high confidence that we're going to get to that low. Like, look at these lows. Just wait for it. We've got 30 seconds to the macro. It's going to hit my break even.
Order filled.
There it goes. Take these away. Kind of a choppy market. Going back up to this first presented. Swept liquidity here. Bouncing off of that 1 hour order block. Manipulation below 830. We tap the bottom of the first presented. This is just bothering me, so I'm gonna take that off. First utilization was bullish. We inversed it, re-inversed it down. We're at 51 after. So I'm down to $27.20. So pretty much, break even on the day. How are we utilizing this? Unable to meet that first presented. Look at that. That was my initial sell side target. Pushing up higher. Again, meeting this first presented. Yeah, it's looking pretty much like it wants to take out the south side. That would have been the spot for a reattempt. It's okay. See this wick. This wick will tell us kind of what we're looking at. Bam. The macro's coming. Just wait. push higher. It doesn't want to.
Order filled.
Take one there. I don't want to see us breaking through this. I want to see us taking London. South side is right there. We'll see there. I want to see it take this target. 10 o'clock is coming in 2 minutes. We want to stay below quantum. Good God, dang. Come on. That's not what you want to see. And
Order filled.
wow. Wow. This market is playing rough, dude. So just to stay out for a little bit. Let's watch for a little while. Let's just watch what it does. So that puts me down 258. This is consolidation. We gotta wait for it to get out of this. We gotta wait for it to sweep some kind of buy side liquidity. Back in that first presented, we go right through it. We don't even take London. It's a strong move to the upside. So we have a CISD right here. We swept all that liquidity right there. We're at the 10 o'clock macro. Good strong displacement up. Do we leave this as a breakaway gap? That's what we're wondering here now. This over the side because I'm more concerned with that first presented. You're an inversion. See this inversion right here. Look at that. We reject the first presented and then we go back down. Get out. So it has to take, I mean, go ahead and just take the target. Take it. Bam. Target taken. What's the response? It needs to take a little bit more than that. Remember, we have the RTH cap right here. So look at all this like liquidity we have right here. I think it still has some. I think it still wants to go up a little bit now. Taking that London low. See if we can touch midnight. There we go. Dang, my first sell. I should have just kept it above the first presented. That would have been fine. Wow. Okay. I don't think we're in a sell profile. Look how hard it is. I mean, look how like it looks like it's just wanting to rebalance price, like it's wanting to take out this sell side. I want to see it hit some lower prices, but this doesn't look like a strong sell market right now. This looks more like it's seeking some liquidity to move higher. Let's look at this range. First utilization was bullish, so we had a bearish fair value gap. Utilize it bullishly. The inverse through it. There. This way, I think I'm going longs. I want to see manipulation below this week, 0 or this midnight price first, though. we reached into the 4-hour fair value gap. So if we look at this right here, we've now reached into this where the midnight price is. We've got buy side. We got buy side. Midnight price also lines up with a 15-minute order block. $10.10. Touch the midnight price. Boom. Taking out midnight price. Now we're in this area right here. Threshold spot right there. Meeting that order block right there. Low volume imbalance right here. $10.13. Pushing up through that order block. Like we're shooting for buy side right here. Mean threshold of the order block. Jeez. ICT, you're a savage, man. Buy side right there. Strong bearish candle. Sell side. That was not easy. So, whatever. Use those equal level highs above. Take out buy side right there. We got CIST. We're in this 1 minute fair value gap, which is probably about halfway of the range. First presented right here. We'll see how we're acting with that because that seems to be a I'll take one more trade and we inverse this fair value gap. Back up the first presented. I want to see how we're utilizing this fair value gap here. We inverse. Got a CISD here. Came down, couldn't get any lower. To be honest with you, I just don't like the time. Watch this for a little bit because percent. Oh, inversion. Wait, what do you get? Put in share. See how this is moving? I'm not. It's okay. Let's look at this wig. Unable to. There it goes. Back in that. Yeah. We slice right through it. Pretty good. Okay, take out buy side right there. Dang. Strong bullish move. Buy side right here. Buy side right here. It's very gap. want to wait, honestly, till the macro. (2022) model. Pass that taken. Use that as an inversion fair value gap. Move higher. Yeah. To get this 5-minute fair value gap, which lines up perfectly with the first presented fair value gap. And possibly this order block. To me, pretty bullishly, so utilizing this inverse. We're at the low. Dang. It's always the good ones. It's always the good ones that I'm like, and then the freaking kind of choppy nonsense. And buy side is about to be taken out. Next buy side target will be up here. Let's see what's the old ICT has to say. Versus get CISD down to the first presented fair value gap. Coming into the macro here soon. First presented fair value gap is about mid-range of that 5-minute fair value gap and the 15-minute fair value gap. 15-minute. We have this 5-minute right here. 10 minutes to the macro. So it's touching the top of the first presented, but we're not getting in there. Possible order block being created to the downside. Right before the after. Look at this 5-minute chart. So here's our gap. Basically both these gaps put together, so just have that for context. We're in the 5-minute. Diving down into the first presented. Got this, what seems to be like a suspension block. No, we just got a volume imbalance right here. Just give it time. Meeting this fair value gap here. Reinversing this. Coming down to this order block. $42 after. Eating these lows. Back outside of that first presented. Moving higher. Inversing this fair value gap. Looks like we're going for buy side. It just moved too quick. You got the CISD. All right, so it comes in here, breaks that high, versus that fair value gap. What do we got in this area? Like 38 points. Not much. Probably wants to move higher than that though, so There it goes. Missed my opportunity to buy right here at the order block. Look at, we hit that order block right there. We just post right off of it. So best entry was right there. All buy side taken. Order block. So 1050. And honestly, I think I'm probably just gonna go ahead and call it because everything that I wanted to see happen happened. I think we're going higher. So the 1 hour. That was tough. That was tough. Yeah. So pushing up higher. We're gonna use this 1 hour as an inversion. See if we hit consequent encroachment. That's really like the next buy side is consequent encroachment of this fair value gap, and then right here. Where you at, Mr. Price? Once again, we bounce off that midnight price right there. Got some sell side right here. Inability to get above the lower quadrant of this 1 hour. Got people chasing longs right now, right? So I don't have like, I mean, this is actually a pretty strong sell side target. Tapped into that 4 hour and the 15-minute order block. To me, it just seems like we're going up. That is what I'm seeing. Okay, we're in the macro. No ability to get above this candle above this area right here. It's lower quadrant, the 1 hour fair value gap. See how we're utilizing that. Wick here. So we stayed right in that first presented. Utilized it 3 times here. See if we push up. Utilize this compare value gap right here. Push this up a little higher. Well, that was my trade right there. That would have been it. Hard market today. Today was tough. Day was tough. Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream there. I just don't think. We'll just see what the 11 o'clock does. So we're candling below this guy right here. Not really having any ability to get much higher than this. But let's see if we can do it. $56 after. See this wick here. This inversion. Kind of like rebalancing it, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna limit it until the middle of the macro. And let's see if we can candle above that 0.25, 0.125. See if it does it. And the wick. And no candle. Candling above it. Looks like we're going to do that here. All right. Well, that's it for me. I think that was pretty rough day. You know, I was in a good trade right there, and even still, like I would have gotten stopped out if I had placed my stop loss above the first presented fair value gap. Best move is I think this one right here. We had a good strong bullish move higher in a bullish market. We hit midnight. It's a perfect location to start thinking about taking longs, and obviously that midnight price is very important. We continue to hit it and move higher, so it's like that manipulation below midnight is like where you want to be buying. And just knowing that alone is a pretty strong confluence. Had I bought, like, let's say I bought right here, place my stop loss a little lower, this is obvious kind of that we didn't want to go lower. We got these wicks right here. We kind of go up, and I think I had just already been so like doubtful of this market that I didn't want to. I was just getting a little bit fearful about engaging. So here we are at the 0.125. Obviously, we're gonna have some a little bit of turmoil, I think, coming through this area. Candle like just above it right now, but not moving, with anything. And it was at just an odd time, 10:21. It's not something I wanted to really engage in at the moment. And yeah, so that's that. I think I don't think I'm not like upset. It sucks because I finally take the trade that made sense to short. In this short, we've gotten it like, for the past like 5 or 6 days, and I take it and it fails. The one day I decided to take it, and then the long that I probably would have taken on those days, like it succeeds. So, yeah, that we are failing to get above this 0.125. And then this 5 minute right here. So we're just getting right here, and we touched the order block. It was pretty obvious too. Like I think you could have taken a buy right there and been pretty that'd have been a good trade. So right now on this 11 o'clock hour, we're getting this displacement down. Look at this. We rejected the 0.25. And candling below that like area. So this consolidation at halfway point. So we're moving away aggressively from that area. This was a tough market today, so it is what it is, man. You know, get a CISD right here. Give me the sweep right here. Failure to candle above this area. Rebalance. Pretty strong displacement down, right? That's pretty convincing. We have this 1 minute fair value gap as well. And we have, of course, presented down there. versus in versus fair value gap right here. And take that liquidity or just rebalance this price out. Yep. I'm not interested in the market any longer. All right, cool. See y'all.